Well, good evening, everyone. Can you believe it is the last day of July, end of month excitement happening around here with our Christmas of July party that we've been having all month. That's ending this evening. I'm so sad, but I'm so excited for all the new people that are trying the fulvic acid, I'm sorry, the black seed oil and taking advantage of those sales that are taken on. I'll talk about that in just a little bit, but tonight on the Detox Divas, we're going to do a little different spin on what we normally talk about. Normally, we talk about the body and how it heals and everything, but today we have a very special guest, Valerie, and she is going to take us on an emotional detox journey tonight and teach us how to set some boundaries and kind of heal those wounds. And if I end up crying, I might go off camera. So there you go, because I'm all over the board this week. Let me just start with Paula. If you guys can see, I hope to get the chance to meet this woman one day because she is such an amazing, servant-hearted woman. And I feel so incredibly blessed to have her at the helm of this. She's absolutely amazing. She's heart-centered. She's obsessive about purity. And she's also obsessive about protecting our formulator. I'm going to talk about that in just a second. But Heart and Body Naturals belief system is simple and it's been demonstrated every day for the past, I don't know, 14 years, probably. Now I need to update that in our parent company, Green Organics, and to always be authentic, ethical, transparent without favoritism while respecting the invaluable partnership with our consultants, the volunteer workforce. So I'm super excited to be a part of this company and these products, sharing these with my friends. I mentioned our formulator just a second ago. Alexandria Brighton is such an amazing formulator. She's got over 30 years of training in Ayurvedic medicine. I do believe that she started out 30 years ago studying underneath an oncology practitioner who believed in holistic healing. And she is an aromatherapy formulator. She's an educator, owner of the Brighton Institute of Botanical Studies, Ayurvedic medicine, aromatherapy, herbal and natural remedy world. And one of the things that Paula is very protective of is Alexandria's worldwide reputation. And she's not going to do anything with the products that is going to take the chance of even putting the slightest blight on Alexandria's reputation because she is so well known. So we're very lucky to have her. We're very lucky to have such a protective person of both the products and the people with Paula Scarcella and her husband, Ben. My name is Tina Huerman, and I'm the owner and founder of the Detox Divas. I'm a wife, a mom, a grandma, and a homesteader. Like Coach Kimberly always says, I do love the beach. Doug, thank you for having that beach picture in the background when we first came on. I do not like quick fixes. I do not like junk products. I like to get to the root cause, and I love to educate. If you've been on the Detox Diva calls before, you have probably felt that passion, both in my excitement and in my sadness, depending on the topic. A couple of weeks ago, we did a call on children and the toxins that they're exposed to before they're even born. It starts at conception. And so that was a really emotional call for me because kids and cancer patients are always my passion. Our guest speaker tonight is Miss Valerie. She is a heart-led leader, healer, and a powerhouse in every sense. The woman is amazing. I've gotten to know her very well over these past few months. She's a former mental health professional with deep insights into emotional wellness. So what a better person to lead this call tonight. She has spent 15 years in the financial world and now is a mid-six-figure earner at her corporate role. She's an advocate and caregiver for animals with special needs, currently raising two of them. How special is that? She's a full-time daughter to her mother with dementia and takes care of her around the clock. She's passionate about emotional detox, energy work, and living with purpose. Valerie brings a perfect blend of grounded experience, intuitive wisdom, and a real life grit. And you are just going to love her this evening. So before we go any farther, I do just want to say that there is a disclaimer. We are not doctors. We are passionate people that love healthy options. We believe it is your right to educate yourself, and hopefully this is a part of your education, but it's your responsibility to take this information, dive deeper if it resonates with you, and if holistic healing is a part of your desire for your health. Always check with your medical practitioner. And important, please consult your physician if you are pregnant, nursing under the age of 18, active cancer, liver, diabetes, taking prescriptions, really anything, you should consult with your physician. None of this has been approved by the FDA, CDC, FTC, anything like that. We're not intended to diagnose, prevent, treat, or cure any diseases. So you can take a screenshot of that and read it. I'm not going to read it line for line. So Miss Valerie, welcome to the Detox Divas. You can go ahead and unmute, and we will, let's see, who's that?
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, there we go. There you go.
Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you fine. How are you tonight?
I'm doing well. Thank you. Thank you for the wonderful introduction.
You are welcome. You are a total sweetheart. And even a few in the chat said that as well. So love it. So I'm going to go ahead.
Thank you, guys.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, I got the pleasure of being at an event, just attending to learn with Coach Seymour, Will, and Miriam. And they really, through that experience, they inspired me to step out, and, share some of the things that that I'm passionate about, and so I appreciate you giving me that space.
Absolutely. We tweaked the presentation just a little bit these past 2 days, but Valerie had this idea for this call on fulvic acid and how it can help you emotionally detox as well. And if you've ever done a liver cleanse with me, you know how that really amps up on day 2 for the most of us. And if you've done that in the past, if you've done a liver cleanse, let us know, because we've got a couple coming up I'm going to announce this evening. But she came to me with this idea. I'm like, oh yeah, I love mindset work. I love emotional detoxing. And then she came back and she had done the whole presentation, the slide deck. So with everything going on, it's just perfect timing. So Valerie, I'm going to mute, and I will, you just let me know when to turn the slides, and I'll run the car from here and you just drive.
Okay.
So the floor is, there you go.
All right, guys. So one of the things that, you got it? Okay. So one of the things I've been working on is, there's a lot of detoxing that we do within the group and within the business. And so I did some spiritual or emotional detoxing myself, and I thought this would be a great subject to share. So our mental health is our sacred space, and it's where everything starts. So we want you to treat it like it matters, Am I moving him, Coach Tina, or are you?
I'll go ahead and move him since it's my screen share up. So I'll kind of guess, or you can just say next slide or something.
Okay. So we do detox our bodies. We declutter our homes, but how often do we consider the weight that our spirit carries? The toxic buildup of fear, resentment, negativity, and spiritual exhaustion. Okay. Go.
Yep. Did I change it? Yep. Go ahead.
Not yet.
Oh, it's showing on my end. Let me have you screen share. Can you do that? You're not seeing the one, what's emotional detoxification?
I do. I see it now.
Okay.
Mhm. So, what is emotion? Okay, I see it. So, what is emotional detoxing? So, emotional detoxing is the internal process of clearing out toxic thoughts, beliefs, patterns, and energies that weigh us down, in our inner being. It keeps us disconnected from joy, peace, and purpose. So, if you're in any of the classes and the training, Coach Will, Coach Tina, everybody teaches on this. And it's so important because if you're weighted down, and especially within this business, if you are weighted down, your emotions are taking over, they're just controlling everything, then you are not only going to be able to not focus on things, but you're not going to be able to have joy and peace in the small things, the little things in life, even the big things. So common signs, this is a way for you to tell, okay, I may be needing to get rid of some emotional baggage. So if you find yourself being unforgiving, you're unforgiving, you're like not unforgiving of yourself and others, mainly yourself. The biggest one is yourself. And then chronic negative thinking. So if you're always in that loophole of negative, 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 then that might be a sign it's time to kind of take a step back, reassess. Jealousy and comparison. That one's a big one, so everybody's on their own journey at their own time, and they get there, they get where they are, maybe at a different time. And it's easy to get jealous of that and then compare yourself and maybe feel like you're not enough, or maybe feel like you're not doing enough, and that'll kind of shut you down. And then fear-based living, if you're always in fear of everything, what if this doesn't work out? What if this doesn't, that's kind of fear-based living. Over identifying with material success, shame and guilt, just feeling shameful and having guilt, about maybe your decisions, day-to-day habits, things of that nature. And emotional energy, this is, I think, the most important one. Well, unforgiveness of yourself, and then emotional energy from unhealthy environments or people. So this could be right in your home, this could be in your workspace, this could be in your friend circle. So that can also weight down. All of this stuff can weight down your emotional energy and block you, from your blessings and moving forward and actually enjoying things.
Okay, there you go.
I think it's just a little slower.
Yeah, Megan sent me a note.
All right. And then so signs you might need an emotional detox. You're constantly feeling drained. We can a lot of times, consume our time with being busy and doing things, but not actually accomplishing things. And so you kind of feel drained. Lack of enthusiasm or passion. So you might feel down. You might not feel as, happy about getting up and doing things. Easily triggered emotionally. So normally, if somebody says something, you want to be able to process that, think before you speak. But in this case, you might emotionally react, say things that you don't mean or regret. You kind of feel stuck no matter how hard you try. I know I felt this several times this week. So it does happen. So just, you have to give yourself that grace and that love, and, just remind yourself that you're doing all right. Difficulty making decisions. So this one's a big one. And then obsessive thoughts or patterns of self-sabotage. So that can look like, you're just sabotaging yourself at every corner before you can even get a positive thought in there. So that one can be very triggering and can hold you back. And why it's important to emotionally detox. It'll give you clarity. So a detox spirit creates space for clarity, intuition, and divine guidance. So that is big. And then peace. It's hard to feel peace when you're carrying invisible baggage. And a lot of times you're weighting your own self down. It's not everybody that's carrying that baggage for you, or that can see it, or that is judging you. It's you. And then growth. Emotional toxins block growth and abundance and healing. And I think this is a common thread in all of our teachings and trainings and our products and the vision behind them. And then alignment. Detoxing clears the noise so you can reconnect with what matters most, your peace, your purpose, and your guiding truth.
And that signs you might need an emotional detox, personal experience. My husband, I've talked about him on other calls. So if this is your first call, we lost our son in 2020 to an accidental drug overdose. And I had to put my husband into a mental hospital. And Valerie, you'll know what I'm talking about here. He describes it as ruminating thoughts. And I don't make enough money. Cole's not here. I don't want to live. And it just played repeat in his mind over and over again. He was just obsessive with that thinking. And we had to take him out of our personal situation and put him in an unfamiliar environment to kind of get his brain back and work with a team of professionals to help it, and I hate that I had to do that, but to save his life, I really had to. And then me,
Yeah, and knowing when it's that time is a big thing. You have to realize when things may be bigger than you and what you're trained for and what you're meant for,
yeah.
and getting the help that you need or the person that you love needs. That's a big thing.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
All right, and then how to detox. So there's some interesting things. Obviously, taking all the classes and all the training. I know I keep saying that, but I had a lot of this stuff going on with myself before I got involved with this company, and I expected to get involved with a business and make a lot of money, which I plan to do. But what happened with me is I actually went through a transformation, and I'm still going through it. And I've learned so many lessons. I've faced so many uncomfortable truths about myself, and I'm fine with it. Now I'm seeking feedback. I just want to get better. Give me feedback. Tell me what I need to do. So, and I've learned how to sit still and meditate, and journal. Gratitude journaling is really good. Stillness and meditation. Forgiveness work, that's a big one. Forgiveness of yourself and other people, that's really big. Mainly yourself. And then nature immersion, so you can cleanse your energy through the earth's natural rhythm. How you do that is you take off your shoes, you find a nice place that's safe to walk in, maybe around a pond or a lake, and you keep your feet on the ground, and you let yourself feel the earth, and you let yourself kind of feel its vibration, and that can realign you. And then energy hygiene, salt baths, those are good. Breath work, prayer, and digital detoxing. We know what that is. Just getting rid of all the social media, just shutting it down and kind of getting back to yourself, which is nice. And then when you detox, your emotion and your life feels a little lighter. So decisions come easier. Creativity flows again. Relationships improve. You stop reacting and start responding, and you finally feel at home in your own skin and your own spirit. It happened to me not too long ago. I decided to. I think it was Tiara. She shared a video in our women's group, our Divas group, and she something that she watches, and it was very impactful for me. And I watched it over and over and over, and I used it to help change kind of my thought process, and ideas started flowing to me. This was one of them. So the things that flow to you and come out of you when you're detoxed and your emotions are, pretty even and you're dealing with things well, is wonderful.
One of the things that I was telling Valerie today, I've been up at the hospital for the past 3 weeks for about 5-6 hours a day with my dad. And in talking to someone that I met, he was saying that you were talking about how you pick that up, those energies and stuff from other people. And what I didn't realize is not only am I dealing with my own childhood trauma coming out in dealing with this man and his own anger, but then there's all the all the energies in the hospital from the people passing away, babies being born, people being healed. And it's just this whole conglomerate. And there's several, if you think about different like schools, there's so many different energies and personalities, or those big high-rise buildings that people work in. And, we've talked about on the Detox Divas before about walking into a surprise birthday party and your energy is elevated because you're around people that are happy, or you walk into a funeral home and you're affected by the sadness, of everyone else. And so this is why this call is so important, because, right, Valerie, we're just bombarded with all of these experiences of other people that can come in and really suck our soul for, and bring us down to that level where this emotional detox is so important. So I'm so glad you did have that come up in that, that thought, and then came to me with it. And there you go. Next screen.
Yeah. Let's see. I think it's almost there. There we go. Oh, I thought we were going to fight over this one. This is the best one. In a fun way, of course. So we were talking about boundaries are the most important thing. It really is. And it's not only the boundaries that you set for yourself, but for those that you love. So boundaries are not walls, they're clarity. They define where you end and someone else begins. So think of a simple line drawn on a piece of paper. This was Tina. She had somebody kind of put stuff into perspective for her yesterday, and it was really great. So she was dealing with a situation, and they told the person she was talking to was like, draw a line on a piece of paper. What is on your side? So you draw it down the middle. What's on your side is your responsibility. And then what's on the other side belongs to someone else. So that was really powerful. Mm-hmm. And then you're not responsible for cleaning up someone else's emotional garbage. And so it is okay to, help people, but they are going to have to journey on their own. You can lend them your map, and you can offer suggestions, but it's really internal work. And it's hard work. So you can't clean that up for somebody. They got to be willing. And then their reactions or choices, their healing, that, like I was saying, that's their work. And boundaries protect your peace, your energy, and your emotional clarity. And they really are a way for you to tell people how to treat you and love you, and how to set them. So get clear on what drains you versus All right. So as far as honor yourself, your emotional, your limits emotionally. So with this, you can overcommit yourself. I did that a lot. I would say yes to everything. And I realized that I have this default setting that if I commit myself to something, I have to do it. Like it's something in me that I won't not follow through with it. And I realized that I was overcommitting myself. So that it can look like that. And then you can use simple, direct language that doesn't, like that doesn't work for me, or I need some space right now. So those are things that you can do to immediately get yourself into a safe emotional space, and set boundaries. And then you can come back later when you are feeling a little more calm. And you can release the need. This is a big one. Release the need to explain or defend your boundaries. So it happens a lot where we give a boundary or we say no or something, and then we go to explain ourselves. But your boundaries will come across clearer, and people will respect it more if you just give it. Like just like that. That doesn't work for me. That's good. And then know that protecting your energy is an act of love. Boundaries are an act of love for yourself and for the people around you. So even though it may not feel like it, you need your space and your time. And by setting your boundaries, you're teaching them how to treat you and how you treat yourself. So without boundaries, we absorb the stress, drama, and emotional weight of others, and we start making it for our own. All right. And then, is she back?
Yes, I'm back.
Did you make it back, Tina?
I did.
Okay.
I do.
I did boundaries without you.
So the situation Valerie was talking about yesterday, my dad said something vile to me. And I had to tell him that that is a boundary, and I'm more than happy to walk into heaven, but that is not going to be tolerated. And it wrecked me for the rest of the day. But I released it. I sat with it. I acknowledged it. And I wrote another letter to that little 5-year-old girl that I write letters to all the time and just thanked her for being so dang brave and getting through all that. So yeah, Valerie, I can't thank you enough for the timing of this and your sweet soul for doing the call tonight. So here you go, nutritional detoxification.
It's just a way to give back to you guys. You guys pour into me and to us, all of us, all the time, and so it's a way to say thank you. So there's nutrition that we have that can help you detox, and guess what it is? One of my favorite things, fulvic acid. So most people know it for its physical health benefits, supporting detoxification, improving nutrient absorption, and then also promoting gut health. However, its impact goes deeper. So fulvic acid also supports emotional and energetic clearing in subtle and powerful ways. And so it will cleanse the body, and in doing so, it helps to clear the mind. So it's really hand in hand with all the cleanses and the detoxing that we're doing, because I think everything starts here, in your mind. And if you can release a lot of that, then that will help fulvic work better. And by reducing the toxic load from heavy metals and environmental pollutants, fulvic acid creates space for improved mental clarity, more balanced emotions, and then heightened intuition, which is nice. Heightened intuition is nice. You really tie into our real connection, our greater connection, and our greater purpose. And then, ideas start to flow. You start to feel energized. You start to feel, like you can do anything. I've been feeling like that a lot lately. And then because when the body is clear, the mind is calm. And so I was telling Tina, I took one of her suggestions, and I did one of the bubble baths with our bath bombs. And then I also used a little bit of fulvic, and it was incredible what I saw in that bath water. I didn't take pictures. I'm not that brave, but I couldn't believe it. And then she asked me if I had an emotional release, and I was like, yes, I did. So, and then it calms the mind for more open spiritual insight and inner guidance. So if you're in some of these classes, or if you're, in, whatever faith you're in, this will help you to kind of, I guess, digest the insights and the teaching, the lesson, the everything in it. It makes it more clear, so you can kind of internalize it without having that heaviness around it.
There you go.
All right, and then fulvic acid, it's cellular energy plus grounding. Fulvic acid improves how your cells absorb and use minerals, oxygen, and electrolytes, which helps raise your physical energy and vitality at the cellular level. It just excites me to say that. It's so true. And our bodies recharge. As your body recharges, your mind begins to clear, and you create space for deeper connections. Making practices like meditation, prayer, and journaling feel more grounded and effective. And then a sluggish body often leads to a sluggish spirit. And I know we've all faced this, probably several times. If your body's sluggish, if your energy's off, if everything's off, then your spirit's going to be that way too. And then fulvic acid doesn't just energize it, it grounds you. It comes from decomposed organic matter in the earth. and then ancient soil and plant life as well. So it makes it one of the most deeply connected earth elements we have. Now, if that doesn't get you excited, I
Yeah.
love fulvic. And then when you bring it into your wellness routine, you're not just detoxing, you're reconnecting to nature, to stillness, and to the rhythm your body was designed for.
Yep. And, everybody says if you are feeling low and you need a re energized push, everybody says go outside and walk barefoot because there are energies and frequencies in the earth. And our feet, we talk about this on our detox calls, has over 2,000 different pores. All of our organs are tied there. And so it helps to energize that. Well, how incredibly fortunate are we that we get to take an eighth of a scoop if you're doing the powder and put that into water and have that energy come into our body. And Valerie, I love that you love fulvic as much as I do, and that's one of the reasons that I love it so much. And definitely, if you do meditation each day or prayer, whenever you take that time to connect to God or your higher self, whenever you call that, take that fulvic about 30 minutes before, and you're going to have a much more clear and vibrant connection during that private time that you have. And that's also self-love when you take that time to do that. Okay.
I'm like that too, Maxine. I don't wear socks either. They're very constricting.
Yeah.
Okay, so many people report as their physical body detoxes with fulvic acid, unexpected emotional releases occur. Old grief, anger, fear, or even suppressed memories may rise to the surface. It'll help you feel grounded and balanced and centered. It'll restore your relationship with the natural rhythms of life. And it supports your connection to the earth element, something foundational in many spiritual healing traditions. And then it facilitates emotional detox. And then it's part of the natural detox process. Fulvic helps to release what's been energetically stored in the body. And then it also enhances mineral balance to support a calm, regulated nervous system, replenishing trace minerals that are essential for emotional resilience and inner peace. Who knew?
Yeah.
It does all that.
Just from a little scoop of dirt. I should do a bathing challenge when it gets like after
Yes.
do a bath challenge and
See
everybody.
how much stuff you can get in your water.
Yeah, yeah, like a before a parasite cleanse and an after a parasite cleanse, because the heavy metals that float on the top are just unreal. I put together a private or a special detox for Coach Will this week, and he has to take a bath in fulvic powder, and I can't wait to see what he has to say about his bath water when he's done. So go ahead, next screen.
Yeah, I was telling Tina, I kind of felt like I was in a horror movie. All right. So, and then the top essential oils next to fulvic for energetic detox would be prosperity oil experience. It's often made with blends of essential oils like frankincense, myrrh, patchouli, orange, or cinnamon, each known for their energetic cleansing and grounding properties. And lemon, I love that. I put that in my water. It uplifts the spirit and clears mental fog. Cedar wood, it grounds and stabilizes energy. It helps release fear. And then lavender, we all know lavender, it calms and soothes the nervous system. And then some things that you can do with the oils is diffuse during meditation or journaling, which I think almost all of us do. Anoint pulse points with diluted oil. So that would be, taking into the safety measures, but that would be, like right here, your wrist, even, in your neck, maybe behind your knees. And then add a few to a detox bath. And then incorporate into breath work or energy healing sessions. So,
Yep. I did I bought the Healer's Heart essential oil, and I've been using that this week. And oh my goodness, is that oil amazing? Uh, it truly, I took a bath in it. Like I've been just slathering myself with the Healer's Heart, and it's been great. And anyone that is a servant leader of some sort should really have Healer's Heart on hand, because it does help repel those negative energies that you can get attacked with just go to the grocery store and running into somebody that's grumpy. Even that situation can ruin your whole day. But this Healer Heart is just, I'm telling you, it is a next level oil.
I like blood orange too. We had gotten it in one of our Go to Sauna packages, and Coach Will, I think he did a class or he did a training about it and the healing. Like it can help with depression and your overall mood. And so I like that one too. Blood orange, I diffuse it. Smells good too.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right. So, in conclusion, let your inner world be your greatest sanctuary. Make it quiet, make it kind, make it free, because you're the one who has to live there always.
Isn't that beautiful, you guys? This was my favorite part, I think, of the whole, I mean, next to Fulvic, of course. But this screen right here, we do talk a lot about nutrition. We talk about detoxing. We talk about all these amazing superfoods, powders, and tinctures that we get to take. But if our inner dialogue is constantly speaking negative about ourselves, or we're doing that compare-itis, like Valerie said, I call it compare-itis, instead of saying, man, she's always on the leaderboard, she always does this, or he's always this way, just say to yourself, man, I can't wait to be like that. Or I'm on my journey to be there, and claim that energy. Don't repel it. Don't repel it by bringing in that jealous energy. Just accept it and say, yes, that's me. That's where I'm going. And I tell you, when I spoke on Ray Higdon's stage, I knew who was going to be in the audience in my mind. I knew what I was going to say. I had the whole thing pictured out. And people kept telling me, you're not going to get on that stage. You're not going to get on the stage. I'm like, watch me. Watch me. I'm going to get on that stage, because I was in alignment with that energy and that goal of mine. And just like this farm, I'm going to have a farm. I'm going to have a white dog who weighs 100 pounds. She's not there yet. But it is all about that intention and clearing out that junk. So make sure you are taking your Fulvic every day. I think it is the most important product that we carry in our entire line. It is foundational. So everybody blow up this chat and give Valerie some love. I am so grateful to her this week, especially with the time constraints I've been under for doing a presentation. So thank you, Valerie, so much for this evening. Y'all, there are about 4 hours maybe left. I don't know what the cutoff time is tonight. But the black seed oil, buy one, get one free. This is something you cannot do without in your medicine cabinet. I'm telling you, this is equally, if not this is as important as Fulvic, because this is going to have your anti-parasitic, it's going to have your antiviral, antifungal. I mean, go to PubMed and type in thymoquinone, and you are going to get all of these amazing results of it helping people with cancer, of it asthma, rheumatoid arthritis, blood sugar control. Like they say, it can cure everything but death. I would be more than willing to spend $25 on one bottle to cure anything but death. And then I'm going to get two, plus I'm going to get the Breathe essential oil with that, right? So it just makes sense to at least get the buy one, get one free. But then we have all those other packs. Buy three, get one free is a normal pack we carry. But when you buy that, you're going to get 8, plus you're going to get 5 essential oils with it. And then if you really want to stock up, get that 8 pack, buy 8, get 16, and you're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 oils plus a carrier oil. So it just makes sense to spend a little bit tonight, go log into your account, find somebody that you've been working with, grab their link if you don't have an account yet, and get that black seed oil purchased. Yes, $436 savings. It's just crazy. It's just, that's why I love Paula so much. She's so generous. Now, you don't have to just buy the black seed oil. We've got a liver cleanse kit, which I'm going to announce next, that's going to be coming up in August. You can buy the fulvic acid bottle tincture, which will give you the free breathe essential oil, or you can buy the bag of fulvic powder and you're going to get all of that. But those are all some different combinations of things. You don't have to buy just the black seed oil to get the free essential oils. You can get anything, get that castor oil fat wrap. That is amazing because then you can make your skinny water with that. Get that GLP-1 reset, where I recently lost 25 pounds and aged 15 years backwards. So however you want to do it, just get the essential oils, get the black seed oil, and let's get some healthy people in this world. So in Go to Sauna, I forgot the logo on this one. Right now, until the end of this evening, this is our July special. There is the Oil of the Month Club on the top, and then the So Fresh, So Clean on the bottom. And for July, you can get that big kit. The Glorious Face Serum is amazing. You get a black seed oil in there. That won't come with the free black seed oil if you order that tonight. I just want to point that out. Enjoy, but next month is such a great segue from tonight's call. Next month's essential oil from the Oil of the Month is my favorite from the entire collection. It's a monthly subscription that you can subscribe to. And next month's oil is Stop Self-Sabotage. And that is an oil that I think everyone should have. Do the daily intention as it says. It's on the product information page. And 3-day liver cleanse. Who loves our cleanses? I love our cleanses. I'll be sharing some marketing information in the influencer group. I'll be sharing some, oh, that's the wrong picture. It does not come with Real Detox tea anymore. I will change that. And well, this slide just did not get changed. Let me see. I think I have a different one. Directly after this call is Coach Marcus, the one in, I'll call him Marvelous Marcus. Financial Freedom with Coach Marcus Jones is coming up directly after this call, One Team, One Dream, hangout.com. If it asks for a password, it's Go One Team, all one word, all lowercase. And if sharing these products is important to you and helping others feel better, you are going to want to be on that call. Here we go. There we go. There's the right one. So I want to thank you so much for attending. Your presence each week means the world to me. I love, as I said, to share. And tonight's topic is, I couldn't have asked for better timing. August 20th, August 23rd to Monday, August 25th, we are going to do a gentle reset cleanse. We're going to do a gentle flush, open the drainage pathways, prep for a deeper detox. That's going to, next week, we're going to cover liver cleanse secrets, what most detoxes miss. So I'm excited for that call because I love talking detox. And then we will do our fall parasite cleanse that will start September 2nd, through September 11th. The full moon is Sunday, September 7th. We always do a parasite cleanse over a full moon because that's when those little buggers come out of hiding. And they start laying their eggs and reproducing and growing more of those little buggers. So, excuse me, I'll post more about this in the group also. But those are the dates, and we will have that ready to go. Bring a friend to do a liver detox because you are going to feel so good after one of these. It's 3 days, and then you can decide if you want to do the parasite cleanse also. But this liver cleanse is so incredibly important because if your liver is not functioning well, the quote on the website is, if your liver is, how does that go? Is life worth living? Well, it depends on the liver. Your liver has over 500 functions in your body, and it is so incredibly important. Thank you, Miriam. It's so incredibly important to keep that moving. Maxine, that is there is a kit underneath the detox tab where you can see what products are in there, but it's right there in the corner. So with that, have a great evening. I appreciate each and every one of you for your leadership and your friendship and being on these calls each week. So we'll see you next weekend to find out what detox secrets other people are missing. Have a great night. I love y'all. Bye-bye.